In 2014, attack strategy called GoWiPe was equivalent to today's Root Riders. It was annihilating bases to the point where our forefathers had to do something about it and wrote letters on clay tablets desperately begging Supercell to do something about it. But how good is GoWiPe 10 years later? Let's find out. Not only we are going to test it out at various town hall levels and in clan capital, but also at maxed out town hall 16 in Legend League. At the top of everything, I will also use it for the last CWL attack that decides whether my clan gets promoted or not. In order to become good at anything, we have to head over to YouTube to find the oldest GoWiPe tutorial, how to properly use GoWiPe strategy. That's exactly what we have been looking for. Not gonna lie, I really love how back in the days people used Rubik's cubes to record their videos.
It's gonna be a quick video just to show how to properly use golems. And
so we already received a valuable lesson that GoWiPe means golems, as he said.
How to properly use golems.
Yes guys, from now on this is not a golems, but these all are golems. And GoWiPe doesn't actually mean golems, wizards, pekkas, but it means just golems. Anyway, let's hear what else our master has to say.
Once I search for this right here, next to this button right there will not be any sound, sadly.
Apparently it seems that back in the days attack button worked also as a switch to turn off the microphone, so we won't be able to hear his wisdom during the attack. After he waffled about some random stuff, he finally started sharing his high IQ ways of using golems. Once he found a desirable base layout, he started with using a pink-haired golem to check enemy defending clan castle, and since nothing was there, then he scouted the base for a potential deployment. As soon as he figured out the site, he sent in another pink-haired golem as a meat shield for the bomb-carrying golems. Then he sent in the actual golem along with golems that can throw fireballs. Now he basically just sent in rest of the troops, and that's pretty much it. How to properly use the GoWiPe strategy. To put everything we just learned into test, we are going to make 3 attacks. If I will triple a base at least once using his strategy guide, then I will become his #1 fan. So let's get started with training the army, and as you can see, I am using a Town Hall 9 account instead because I don't have a Town Hall 8 account. Now that the army is ready, it's time to find the first victim for the most OP strategy that our forefathers used to steal loot from their enemies. For the beginning, I don't want to attack a base that is too easy or too hard, so we are looking for a base with maxed out Town Hall 9 defenses, and it seems we found one. So just like our master taught us, first thing we have to do is to lure out enemy CC using an archer, but it seems we are not quite in the range, so we must start with the attack. Now we are going to distract that mortar using a moving pile of rocks. Meanwhile, Larry's can blow up the wall. Then of course we are going to send in some of the wizards, pekkas, and heroes. In case things are not going the way we want, then there is also one Root Rider in the CC for the backup. Anyway, it seems we might have to use the Root Rider because my pekkas just completely abandoned rest of my army and ran after the empty gold storage. Luckily I had completed both Cookie Rumble and Lunar New Year events, so I had epic abilities on my heroes, and thanks to the giant gauntlet my BK lasted 5 seconds longer. After my queen joined the king, things were not looking good as 3 ladies with pink horns enjoyed their walk around the base so much that I was forced to send in the CC Root Rider to open up some walls. Unfortunately, even that didn't help as my troops got distracted staring at their dumb faces on the elixir storage until the time ran out. Quickly I trained a new army, and this time I wanted to attempt to attack a base with Inferno towers, and immediately I got greeted by a blue bird, which meant I had to sacrifice my queen for a good cause. If I am going to beat this base, then the GoWiPe master will get a new subscriber to hopefully revive his long forgotten channel. And it did seem that the last attack was indeed just a warm up, as now I went and wiped the whole base clean without any problems. I know guys, this base had some really high level defenses, but I promise third base is going to be a lot harder. After I had subscribed and commented to the GoWiPe master, it was time to find the last base. Despite following all the instructions given, I was barely able to 2-star a Town Hall 9 base design, which left me with an answer that GoWiPe is not that great as it used to be. There are better options out there for easy 3 stars like I showed in this video. Since GoWiPe didn't work at Town Hall 9, then perhaps it works in Clan Capital. For 220 housing space I was able to take only 1 golem, 1 P.E.K.K.A. and 2 wizards. Due to the insanely high movement speed of the golem I had to speed up this very interesting gameplay. In the end the result wasn't anything impressive as it took 5 attacks to beat the default layout. Definitely stick to the miners. Now it's time to find out how well it works at max level in Legends League along with couple of super troops and of course the new overgrowth spell. Currently we are at 5,128 cups and let's see how high we can push this account. Oh, and by the way, I bought a really good anti 3-star base for $5 to help me with trophy pushing. Anyway, here is our first victim to get that GoWiPe treatment. I have slightly modified the deployment strategy so hopefully we can actually get some trophy gains out here. First of all, as you can see, we are using super wizards to clean up some of those outer trash buildings for the funnel. Once that is done, it's time for the meat shields to go in, followed by 4 steamy piles of heavy metal. Then we have to use a few skeletons running on barrels straight out of the circus to blow up some walls, or otherwise the golems will be punching the walls until the mitosis starts happening. After that we are just gonna spam in the siege barrack for some more steamy girls with green horns. Then the heroes. And lastly some more wizards and wall breakers here and there. Now it's time to start praying that the troops will somehow end up destroying the whole base so I don't look like an absolute failure to our forefathers. Unfortunately, I do have to admit I made a serious mistake right here dropping that overgrowth spell, because now I have to watch half of my army walk around the base like a bunch of idiots. Thanks to the base layout, they eventually headed back inside the base to at least take down the town hall to save me from the humiliation. I don't know if it's only me, but my troops absolutely love to take every single second they can to spend some quality time inside the poison until they turn into ghosts. Luckily one last ghost was able to get me at least some extra percentage points for more trophies, but I must say the first attack was a warm-up. Next up I am immediately going to use few wall breakers to open up some walls, and now we are gonna keep it simple by attacking in a straight line from the Eagle artillery side. I have lately noticed that if you keep things simple it often brings better results than overcomplicating everything. Also, I found that overgrowth spell works really well with spam armies, especially when the town hall is located at the outer areas of the base, so once your troops get in the range you can simply use that overgrowth to shut down that cheese ball for 28 seconds. This time is often enough for the troops to clean up everything around the town hall, making it very easy to annihilate bases using ancient attack strategies like GoWiPe. As you can see, half of my army was still alive, and pretty much the same happened again and again where I tripled different bases left, right and center. Sometimes not even using all the spells. Not only I wiped out Town Hall 15s but also several Town Hall 16s until things went slightly down the rabbit hole when my army thought it would be an absolutely excellent idea to go for a walk next to the frozen lake. As we saw earlier, these green horned girls love to have those long midday walks with the barbarian king by their side while talking about whether to invest into Dogecoin or not. Even though the half-dead archer queen is trying to make things work on the other side of the map, it's not quite enough as BK and P.E.K.K.A. are playing tag until they both get pissed on by the town hall. I do have to say, failing so hard right before my clan war league attack didn't make me feel any confident in my ability to 3-star using this ancient attack strategy. The worst of all was that the millionaire Lucas promised to give one random member a gold pass if we are going to get a perfect war, and I am not planning to let my clan down. After gathering some much needed inspiration and reminders from the master, I had a light bulb moment as I immediately knew what I had to do. I had to go back to the roots and use the pink-haired golems to lure out enemy CC troops so I can get rid of them before sending in the main army. So after kindly allowing super minions to waste their long shot ability on archers, I deployed my queen and immediately dropped that poison spell. This way she is not only going to get rid of the defending CC troops for me, but also she will create a funnel from the bottom side corner. Once the super minions were dead, I opened up this wall so the queen can easily take care of these 2 compartments. Now it was time to go in and wipe that base clean using golems, P.E.K.K.A.s, siege barrack, root riders, heroes, and lastly those super wizards so that they won't stand in the Inferno Tower's range. After the free carousel ride was over, my troops quickly charged towards the core of the base to clean up that eagle artillery, which was no problem at all thanks to the invulnerability and healing from the Grand Warden. Once half of the base was cleaned up, it was time to start dropping some spells here and there to clean up that base as soon as possible. With most of my army still alive at 75% destruction, I knew it's going to be easy peasy lemon squeezy. But would I advise to use GoWiPe at higher town hall level? Then my answer is certainly not. If you would like to have a reliable war and trophy pushing army composition, then definitely check out this guide where I will teach you everything about an attack strategy that's been getting me 320 cups each day in Legends League.